Thank you, Bruce. Well, we have a fascinating follow-up to share with you now. It's one that involves a story we first featured 20 years ago. Now, it focused on a celebrity visit to Micmac Mall in Dartmouth. A young Candace Cameron, the actress from the then-popular sitcom Full House, was hosting an autograph session. Now, if you recall, the event turned into chaos when thousands of parents showed up, all hoping to have their children meet the star. Now, one of those youngsters was a little girl named Mallory Glenn. She was so very upset, so much so she just could not stop crying. Well, guess what? She's joining us tonight to tell us why, after 2 decades, she decided to post that old ATV story on YouTube. Mallory, welcome back to CTV.
Thank you.
So my big question is, why now? Why, after 2 decades, did you decide to put this story out there?
Well, we had it on VHS for years, and we weren't allowed to look at it in the house or speak of it because I was so mortified for crying. But then I switched it over to digital last year just to show family, and there's some family that aren't here in Halifax that I wanted to show, so mainly just to kind of spread it to family and friends. And it's just my thing dropped.
That's okay.
But the concept of it was it's just so funny, the video, that I just wanted to be able to share.
Well, speaking of the video, let's share it right now so all our viewers can watch it. Here's the original story that we aired way back when, in 1992. Keep an eye out for Mallory. You'll see her right off the top.
I've been here since then. I'm 30 and I never got to see her, and I'm so mad.
People wait here 6 hours, and there's people here that already have some sign. I'm not waiting that much longer.
One girl went right down on her back, and they dragged her into the Bank of Montreal. I don't know what happened to her from there, but there you go. Poor organization.
Please don't push.
I have to go now. I'm sorry, I have a flight that's leaving, and thank you all for coming out to see me.
Candace, come here. Mom, we have to go quick.
There was too much pushing, a lot of pushing. And there was like little kids on the floor crying, and they were all getting tramped on and everything. It was really bad. Everyone should have backed off when the cops told them to.
Long day, isn't it? Maybe we'll see her again. Yeah.
It was like a madhouse here?
Oh, madhouse, that wasn't the word for it.
Were you scared for the safety of your own children?
Yeah.
They came from hours away, parents with children begging to see Candace Cameron. But the day ended up disappointing a lot of kids.
I knew she liked Cabbage Patch Kids and everything, and then I was going to give her a little guy, but I never did.
Extra police officers had to be called for crowd control.
What was your main concern?
Trying to have some control.
This child had to be taken away by ambulance after being pushed and suffering an asthma attack. The mall manager says things did get out of control, but says no one was expecting such a crowd.
We just didn't anticipate the crowd that we had today, that's all. Really.
The special guest appearance was hoped to raise business, but shop owners tell us it did exactly the opposite, as most people were here just to look and not to buy.
It kind of cut back on the number of people we reached because they were basically blocking off the entrance.
I guess it might have helped a little bit, but
not as much as everyone had hoped.
I think people wanted it to now.
In Dartmouth, Star Dobson, ATV News.
Okay, thankfully some things have changed.
Yes.
And thanks for bringing up that old 20-year-old video of me too, Mallory. So you remember that day well, of course. You didn't get a chance to talk to Candace or to meet her in person, but she did tweet you last night, and she said something about the fact that she remembers that day. She'd like to make it up to you and send you a picture, she said. Can I send you a picture 20 years later?
Yeah.
Well, we have someone on the phone right now, and she would really like to say hello to you. Candace Cameron, can you hear me?
Hi, I can hear you guys.
Wow. Welcome to Live at 5. Do you have anything you'd like to say to Mallory?
Hi, Mallory.
Hello.
This is so funny. I was tickled just to have seen the video yesterday, even though at the time it seemed horrible, yeah. and I had to laugh because I looked like the Justin Bieber of 20 years ago, according to that video.
You were the Justin Bieber of 20 years ago.
Well, I think Full House was, but I really do remember that day well, and we were all so surprised at the crowds, and it was disappointing to have to say goodbye to so many people that waited for so long. And but I was a 15-year-old girl at the time. There wasn't much that I could do. But anyway, I have so many people tweeting me about the video yesterday, so. It was the least I could do, just to send you a picture 20 years later. But I'm glad to say hi to you over the phone, and
oh, that's so funny.
and hope we can all look at it and just get a good chuckle from it.
Yeah, for sure. Thank you.
Is there anything you want to ask Candace, Mallory?
Well, I don't think so. I think I just want to say that it's just, and a lot of my friends and stuff have been talking about this, and we just think it's so funny that 20 years ago so many people showed up at the mall and wanted to meet you, and then now I can just go on Twitter and say, hey, Candace, look at this video, and then you can reply. Like, that just blows my mind, along with so many other people. It's just so funny. So,
it is pretty amazing what social media has done and how it's changed the world today.
Yeah. Well, thank you so much for replying. I think that's so sweet.
And Candace, if you ever happen to be in the Maritimes, we'd love to go shopping together at Micmac Mall.
Yeah. Okay, sounds good. It's a date.
Okay,
right,
thanks so much. And the picture will be in the mail for Mallory, I'm assuming?
Yes, who needs to message me her address? But
okay.
Absolutely.
You can do that privately.
Okay, thank you.
Thanks very much, Candace.
Merry Christmas.
Yeah, it's Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas to
Bye.
you. Bye-bye. And we wanted to tell you that this has really picked up speed. Like you just said there, it amazes you how social media allows you to connect with people.
Yeah.
I mentioned off the top of the show that a Toronto blogger actually posted this today and said, it's the best thing on the internet today. Did you ever imagine that when you posted this video?
No, not at all. And I just joined Twitter like 2 days ago, and it was kind of a joke with like a few of us, and it's just like I had 4 followers, and it's just like I put this on, and it's like, oh, okay, wow.
Well, I think you'll have a few more followers now, and I don't know how you're going to top your first couple days on Twitter after all this.
Yeah, I know. Wow, that's the way to go out, right?
That is the way to go out.
Post a childhood video.
Well, thank you so much for coming in and talking to us. It was a pleasure to see you again 20 years later.
Thank you.
I'm glad that you're not crying today. You're
I know,
laughing
me
and
too.
smiling.
Hopefully everybody was able to make out what I was saying.
Thanks very much, Mallory.
Yeah, thank you.
And you can watch the video by visiting our website at atlantic.ctvnews.ca.